with our card, but I'll tell you, that's not the best we can do. Let me be honest. I'm super honest here, right? I'll tell you why you want it. It's VIP financing. So here's the story. This is the craziest thing we do with VIP financing. We will give you at certain price points 12 to 18 months to pay something off. Great, spread the payments out, 12 to 18 months, like a year and a half, right? That's crazy. On top of that, no extra interest charge. Now, why is that relevant? Because I have the DeLorean electronic e-bike coming up next hour. I love this e-bike so much. I love our e-bikes I bought from HSN, and that's gonna have VIP financing. So if you apply for the card and you've ever wanted an e-bike, you gotta stick around. You're saving like $1,200 on it next hour. That's gonna be coming up, and that card will come in handy. All right, so, always wildly popular. This is the craziest thing. If you ever have clogged drains, do not call a plumber. You gotta have SuperFast drain cleaner at home. We've doubled up the package, so you're getting 2 of the 32 ounces, which gives you multiple ways to declog your drains. Why is this a big deal? Because tonight is one of the last few opportunities you will have to also get this in auto ship, or even to get it as single ship. Because for some bizarre reason, after all these years, I don't know why, they do not ship this in the summertime. So if you want single ship, you get 2 of these, you're good to go. It'll take you for a few months, get rid of those clogs. But if you get auto ship, the next shipment will be October. So for those of you who suffer, and it's not if, it's when, from clogged drains, either get this set and get ready for it to happen, or you have a slow clogged drain right now, don't call the plumber, buy this first. But if you want to make sure you keep it in stock, because once you use it and you see how efficient and effective it is, get what's left in auto ship, because you'll get 1 shipment in October and 1 shipment in December, because after this shipment, it ain't gonna be on the air. Here he is, one of the most handsome and talented men in television today.
Hello.
It's Amos the third. Hi, honey, how are you?
I'm good.
Looking fine as always. Hi, honey.
You too, you look gorgeous.
Okay, yeah, so this is like one of the last few chances to actually get this before you guys stop airing it for the summer.
My goodness, you gotta get your hands on this. If you've been faced with a clog or a stinky drain, SuperFast is industry leading. Let's get right into it. Come on over here, I gotta show you so much, okay? SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines, but one thing you gotta know is this isn't a drain opener, it's a drain cleaner. What that means is it's gonna open your drain lines, but more importantly, it's gonna clean that drain line, squeaky clean, where there's nothing sticky or oily left behind to attract a new clog. But look at the science. This is amazing. SuperFast is designed to turn your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. It breaks down all that dirt, all that grease, all that oil in there, it turns it into foam. We call this saponification. That's the dynamic way that it works, by turning everything in the drain into foam. Now that foam breaks down into liquid. You give it 10 minutes, then you're gonna run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and that drain line comes back squeaky clean. Every time you do it. Unlike the consumer products from the store, I'm gonna paint the perfect picture for you, okay? When you get a clog at home, usually you're in a panic state of mind, and at that rate, you'll do just about anything to get that drain line open. But when you're using consumer products like this from the store, you're doing more damage than good, because products like these may contain acid, ammonia, animal fats. But here's what's happening. You pour half that bottle down the drain, 90% of the chemicals trickle, they'll ooze, and it all creeps, and it all gets past the clog. It ends up down here at this curve unit. You see, this curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But guess what? Those chemicals are sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's way too hot for the drain lines. Think about this. It's cold out still in most parts of the country, so that means your drain lines are cold too. When your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast from these chemicals, these corrosive chemicals, it's definitely gonna crack on you. It could cost you hundreds of dollars. It could cost you thousands of dollars. So be very mindful. Let's leave that sit for a minute. We're gonna come right back to it.
Okay.
Come on over to test tube number 3.
Let's
I want to do it a little differently this time.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, this is exciting.
This time, this time, you at home, count to yourself right now.
Right.
How long does it take for this
1,000, 2, 1,000,
How long does it take
3,
to go to work?
1,000, 4, 1,000.
4 to 6 ounces. That's all you need.
Well, see, it started working at 4
right,
seconds.
4 seconds. This has an accelerated formula. It's designed to go to work within 10 seconds. It's going to go to work to break down last week's food. Look at that right there. It's going to break down last month's food. Look at that burping and gurgling. And it's gonna break down last year's food as well. It turns it all into foam. My dad's Professor Amos, and he always taught me growing up, he said, son, above all things, get understanding. I want you to work smarter, not harder. So what I'm telling you this is, there's no need to go and grab that plunger or that snake and put any wear and tear on the inside of that drain line. Just let it sit for about 10 minutes. You'll be glad you did, because it's gonna open and clear out that drain line.
And true honest goodness story. So for years and years and years, I've been talking about this. I always love watching the demos. And I had a big clog issue in my house, right? It was my sink. And to this day, I wish I would have recorded video on it.
Yeah.
So I had my SuperFast drain cleaner.
Yes.
I put it in there. It started to, it's so true. It burped, it gurgled. It was like, it was hysterical, right? I said, oh God, why didn't I record this?
Yeah.
And then literally about 10 minutes, it was absolutely squeaky clean.
You hear the drain.
Oh, that is the most beautiful sound too. I'm telling you. And how often is a Monday morning and you're brushing your teeth and all of a sudden that drain's clogged? You know what happens? You come home at the end of the day and there's that scum ring all the way down your sink in the bathroom.
Yes.
And then you're trying to clean it out. Don't do that nightmare
That's how
anymore.
you know she's being real right now, because when she's telling you about the scum line is left behind after your drain line's opened and cleared, that's how you know right there.
Yeah, and it truly works. Now, you got to remember, again, I don't know why, they don't ship this in the summertime. So we're down to the last couple of opportunities to be able to get this while you can still get it. In fact, listen to how popular this has been. Since we brought it back in for this season, we have now sold an additional 34,000 sets of this exact configuration. There are almost 2,000 right now, perfect 5-star reviews. Who has heard of a drain cleaner that's going to do that? You don't go in and review those chemical caustic drain cleaners, right?
Like, who would be interested?
Who would be interested? It's a drain cleaner, for
unless
God's
it works
sakes.
phenomenally.
Exactly.
Unless it's taking all that anxiety away from that clog that you've had and changed your life. SuperFast is going to do that.
Okay, a couple questions.
Yes.
How many treatments do I get? And then what drains do I use these on?
I've been meaning to say
No,
this.
you
Okay.
know. I'm with you.
With this, when you get this home, you're not using the whole bottle for a clog. You're only going to use 4 to 6 ounces. So what I'm trying to tell you is, with this configuration, you're going to get 12 applications. Up to 12 times you'll be able to open that drain line. Up to 12 times you're going to be able to clean that drain line, squeaky clean. And you can use it on any kind of plumbing at home too. So older homes, newer homes, apartments, condos, use it if you have a septic tank at home. Cast iron, galvanized steel, PVC drain lines, use it everywhere. And then you can also take it out to your campers, your boats, your RVs.
See, I think that's a great idea.
Black tank, gray tank, I use it on mine all the time. And it doesn't just eliminate a clog, but it gets rid of the drain gas, the drain odor as well.
The stink, right?
Yeah, the stink in the sink. Ooh, and the toilet. The black tank smell, the gray tank smell, it gets rid of that. That's what we want in those campers.
Oh, yeah, yes. You do not want that gas in the camper.
Yeah, because the kids won't want to go in there, the grandkids won't want to go in there, so definitely have this on the ready, because like Suzanne said in the beginning, it's not if, it's when.
Totally
You're definitely going to have a clog. It just always happens. I want to dive right into this. This right here is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. This is the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink, and there's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You gotta eliminate this, because this is a food source for bugs and critters. You may have an infestation down in the foundation of your drain line if you're not doing any maintenancing or cleaning. I say that to say this. Take a look at this big hunk of oil byproduct right here. I'm gonna pour about 4 to 6 ounces really slow, just to cover this whole entire big hunk here. And this represents last week's food, last month's food, or even last year's food that's hardened and solidified. Look at it going to work. Hardened and solidified on the inside of the drain line. It's going to break down last year's food. It's hardened and solidified. It's going to break it down into foam. We call that saponification. Saponifying all that fats, oils, and greases, all that dirt, grease, and grime. It breaks it down into foam. Even the #1 culprit to the clog. And we all know what the #1 culprit to every clog is, right?
Hair.
It's hair.
Yeah.
Hair can...
And wait, and this is really a game changer. It can break down the hair.
It really breaks down here. I'm going to prove that to you, but let me talk about this for a second. Take a good look down the inside of the drain line of your shower stall. You're going to see it's a nest of hair in there, a nest of hair in there, especially if you have 2 or 3 girls at home. My goodness, I have 1 girl at home. The drain...
Rebecca has 3.
Yeah, that's what I heard her say. You're going to need this for sure. Just off my 1 daughter. Okay, so the inside of the drain lines are coated with fats, oils, and greases, so it's very sticky, very oily from all the lotions, potions, body oils. You wash your pets one time, you wash your hair one time, that hair just goes down to the inside outside of the drain line clings onto the walls, then it starts to build and build and build till there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the drain line. I say that to say this. We have one of the only hair dissolving formulas in the country that we know of here at HSN. So I want to play a time-lapse video for you because I got to show you what this does to hair in 10 minutes. If it's pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, or even any kind of fur that's down in your drain lines, just clinging onto those walls, give it 10 minutes and it's gonna turn it into foam, just like you see right there.
Now, just FYI, remember you're getting 32 ounces, so you're saying it's about 12 applications of this?
Up to 12 applications.
And that's great. Now, here's the thing. Go through, and you always say start at the top of your house and work your way down, okay? Because it's going to go through all the pipes all the way down.
You're such a good listener.
I do. I'm a good listener, and it's good advice. So if you have a 2-story house, start upstairs in the bathrooms and let it work its way down for you, which is pretty amazing. If you want to get this configuration, again, we stop airing it as we hit the end of spring. We just don't ship it in the summertime. If you want to make sure you always have it on hand, because honest to goodness, you know you need it. And again, it's not if, it's when it's going to happen.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Get auto ship. You only get 2 more shipments. That's October and December. You can cancel it, you can skip it, you can do whatever you want with auto ship. But we go from right now clear to October before this will be available again on the air, so it's your time to get it. And think about this. When was the last time you had to call a plumber for a clogged drain?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Just for them to show up at your door, boom, $75, all day long. And then if they go to fix it, how much does that cost? And then they discover even bigger problems, and then you're in hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Before you call that plumber, even if you have a slow drain right now, grab this. If it does not work like we say, you can send it back and then call the plumber and spend a fortune. But imagine if we just saved you potentially thousands of dollars because we've unclogged your drains.
That's going to happen every single time. When you use this, pretty much every time you use this, it's good. Like you might have been in a situation like me where, you know, maybe that water's been backed up for a week and then it's just, now it's up to your heels or your ankles. And you're like, whoa, there's something definitely wrong here. You know, it happened to me because my daughter's hair, and I ran an application, and I tell you what, by the time morning time came around, that drain line was flowing. I mean, it was like, I was like, yes,
it still works.
It works. And I thought I went too long.
Isn't it funny though, you still are impressed with your own product?
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna handle it right now. So for a week, I'm standing in my daughter, you know, the bath water. You know what I mean?
It's gross.
So
you know, it's even worse, the person following you. That is disgusting.
Okay, son, it's my son's turn. Go ahead and get in there.
Thanks, Dad.
But it got the job done.
Doesn't Grandpa sell something that could take care of this?
Yeah. Where is it? It's under the sink. Okay, so these drain lines here represent the bigger drain lines that run from under your house out to the sidewalk, down to the city sanitation. The 6-inch tubes, the 8-inch tubes, there's no job too big or too small. So I used a consumer product here from the store in test tube number 2. You see what SuperFast has done in test tube number 1. I got to point this out right here. These consumer products, you know, they're corrosive. So the chemicals always go to the lowest point in the drain line and they sit there. And then they start to build heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. When things get hot like that, things start to expand. And then you'll notice all that matter starts coming back up into your tubs and your sinks. So you got to be very careful when you're using
the crazy caustic.
Yeah, crazy caustic. So imagine this. I said that about the chemicals, right? You're taking these hot, steamy showers and stuff, and then you got the odors coming back up from the chemicals. I mean, you can really get hurt.
That's a great point. That's a really good point. All right, guys, I know we're busy. Make sure to go to hsn.com right now. Again, just remember, the next shipment of this comes in October. We do not sell this during the summertime. Again, I have no idea why. We just don't do it. And so you have now, we've only got a couple more airings because you've been on. We've sold 34,000 sold in just this visit. And here's the thing, there's almost 2,000 5-star reviews.
Oh my God.
Who in the world, when was the last time you were so impressed with a drain cleaner that you went online and raved about it? When you read the reviews,
it's rave.
Wait, you guys, that's the most current reviews. That's not the reviews over all the years
That's not from 2005 and 2003.
When we launched it.
No.
That's just I mean, super happy people, and it's gonna happen. We all know it. And remember, it works on all your drains in your home. Also, a lot of people want to know, is it okay for a septic system?
Yes, so thank you for asking that. And are we Facebook Live right now? I'm not sure.
Oh, we probably are.
Well, if we are, hey, Facebook, how you doing? This is safe for any application. So if you have septic tanks, septic systems at home, boat tanks, RV tanks,